Hi there and welcome to this week's vlog. Now if you're a long time watcher of my vlogs, you may well know the first part of this little story already. But about 2 years ago I was at our doctor's surgery for a routine checkup, and surprisingly enough, a bit shocking in a sense, I was told that I had type 2 diabetes. And that was rather a shock because no one in our family had, as far as I know, ever been diagnosed with diabetes. So I decided to address the situation because I wanted to avoid, where possible, tablets or injections. But I decided to try and address the situation by A, cutting out sweet stuff, and B, doing more exercise, which was remarkably successful. I mean, I've tried to lose weight in the past, and you lose it and then you put it back on again, but this time I managed to lose a significant amount of weight. I'm getting fitter. I'm doing parkrun regularly, going out running, and it's just worked so well. And so now I'm in remission from diabetes, which is great. And I discovered the fact that they were featured on Songs of Praise here in the UK a while ago, a group called Christian Runners UK, and lo and behold, I'm wearing a t-shirt. So the idea is that when you go running, you can wear this t-shirt and people say, what's that about? And then you get into conversation about faith and Jesus, God. And on the back of the t-shirt, I won't turn around to show you, but it has a quote from the letter to the Hebrews in the Bible, in the New Testament. And it's that verse, or part of the verse in Hebrews chapter 12, which says, "Let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us." And sometimes, let's face it, life is tough and we jolly well need perseverance. But let me read you the whole of those couple of verses, in fact the 3 verses there. "Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great crowd of witnesses," and it's interesting that when you watch something like the London Marathon on telly and you speak to people, I was speaking to someone recently who'd actually completed the London Marathon some time ago, and she was saying that one of the things that really cheers you on, and you hear this from many people who run the marathon, the crowds cheering you on as you're running along is a great encouragement and motivation to keep pressing on even when the race is really hard. "Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that entangles or everything that hinders." One chap in the most recent London Marathon ran carrying a fridge on his back. I have no idea why he did that, but it must be so much harder when you're wearing one of these costumes or something that weighs you down, makes it much more difficult to run. Let's throw off, says the writer, everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles. He's talking about the Christian race. Let's get rid of those things that hinder us in our Christian race, and then let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. God has a plan and a purpose for our lives, for my life, for your life. Let us run with perseverance, says the writer. We don't know exactly who it was. Let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. Let's go God's way. Let's keep pressing on, even when the going is really hard. Fix our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of our faith. For the joy set before him, he endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of God. So our example, if you like, is Jesus himself, who pressed on through, who persevered. We know from the story in the Garden of Gethsemane, he didn't want to go through with all the suffering that faced him, but he said, "Not your will, not my will, but yours be done," to God. So he ran with perseverance the race marked out for him. Consider him who endured such opposition from sinners, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart. So often we can grow weary in our Christian life. So often, or maybe not often, but at times we can grow weary. We can almost lose heart. But that real encouragement from the writer to the Hebrews is to press on, to persevere, to keep going, to not give up. And thinking of the witnesses who cheer us on, that's one of the blessings and benefits of being part of a local church, that we can cheer each other on. Because there's always within the church family some who are really struggling, others who are going really well and easily, so that's such an important part of what church is, to encourage one another, to be there for each other, to strengthen one another. And when we go to the park run on a Saturday, there's people of all ages, all backgrounds, all abilities. Some run really fast, others just merely walk. But always there's that camaraderie, that encouraging one another. There are the marshals dotted around the course, and they clap or cheer you, say well done, even if you know you're not doing all that well, you're struggling. But it's great to be there for one another, to be strengthened by our brothers and sisters in Christ in the church family. So that's just a thought for the day. Run with perseverance the race marked out for you. God has a plan and a purpose for your life. Don't get distracted. Get rid of the distractions. Don't give up. There's another verse in, I think, Colossians or Galatians that says, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we don't give up. Don't give up. Press on. Persevere. You are not alone. God is with you. God bless you. Thank you so much for listening today.